and really easy to onboard for the players. And you have on top of it, you have blockchain, NFTs. So like there is a huge stigma for the Web2 gamers to Web3 gamers. So still we are looking for something what can be really fun, what can be really easy to onboard potential of the millions players from the Web2. And that's why the shooter genre was really make sense for us.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Balthazar NFT Gaming Podcast. A couple weeks ago, we just dropped a massive research report on the upcoming hero shooter of Citizen Conflict, and today we thought it'd be fun to do a follow-up interview with their CEO. So if you read through that report or watched my video recap on it, this will be a great follow-up into Citizen Conflict, looking into more on their NFTs, gameplay, how they're adding more Web 2 elements such as battle passes, and more. And if you're hearing about Citizen Conflict for the first time here, well, this will be a great intro for you as well. So thank you for tuning in and enjoy. Welcome everyone to the Balthazar NFT Gaming Podcast. I'm so excited for this episode. We have a special guest on today, Ross from Citizen Conflict. Welcome to the show. Thank you for your time here today. I love it if you just kick off. Who are you? What's your role on this team? And what is Citizen Conflict for those that haven't heard of you guys yet?
Yeah, thank Lux and Balthazar now for having me here on the interview. I am the founder of the QORPO game studio for the blockchain and focusing on the blockchain game. We founded the company in 2018. As a core members, we got various experience from the Web2 space, from Web2 games before working on titles like Mafia, Stray, Arma. It was like focusing mostly on RPG and shooter genre before. Me personally working with biggest investment corporate banking. So basically from the core members, we got various experience from the financial stuff and gaming stuff. This really helped us to found the company, to scale the business and find the right investors from the very beginning, to build the trust, to find the right people around, and this really helped us to grow. And thanks to that, we are able to develop two main games coming out 2023: Citizen Conflict and Animate.
Awesome, that's exciting. So you're from more of a finance background then. How did you get into this world of gaming? Have you always been passionate about gaming, or is this something that someone else brought you into? What's the story of that?
Yeah, I'm mostly in the investment background, but from the experience. But I was like really heavy gamer from the very beginning, like Counter-Strike. Then after the updates, all of the Valorant game. I'm pretty big fan of the sports game, like Football Manager, FIFA, NHL. So really heavy into the gaming. To be honest, I'm really creative guy. So financial stuff and banking, all of the stuff is great. To find the investors, to build the company, But for me, like the real passion is to create something, to build something. And for me, even when I have really great core team and expert from the games industry, I am the one who really put a lot of energy into the creative stuff, vision. I want to be involved in every single like environment, concept art, everything. So really want to be sure that what I have in my mind, it can be realized and developed with the expert in the field. And of course, my background helped me to find the right investors.
I love that. Yeah, it's awesome to see the CEO get involved in all those different levels as well, and really actually care about the project and the game, and not, hey, this is just a financial thing for me. It's fun to see that passion. So do you come in and do you play with the team and just beat them down as the CEO, just destroying everyone here at QORPO?
I would lie if I say yes. I'm pretty good gamer. I'm pretty good, but we have really good expert and esport players into the team, and also the David, like CMO, is really great gamer, and really I have also two kids, so I don't have so many times for playing the game. So they do. They have a lot of time for training. So sometimes they win, sometimes I win. But yeah, in the end, we are doing and building the game for the players, for the community. So that's why we are really heavily working with esport players, because like the main idea in the end that Citizen Conflict will be can be like or can be like counting as a potential esport game. Because to claim that it's esport games, even PUBG is not esport game. But really our main ambition is to really develop a game which will be competitive for the audience with the prize pools. And for them, I'm really glad that we have in team esport players who can help us to deliver a really great experience.
Yeah, I think that's something that we're definitely passionate about as well, with our CGO, Nico, who's been involved heavily in esports, more on the league side. I'm curious for you guys, with wanting to create this competitive nature, wanting to create this esport, why pick a hero shooter? I know you guys, we found a little bit of your explanation in the report, but I'd love to just hear more of your opinion here. Why not build a MOBA or MMO? Why specifically look to that hero shooter genre?
To be honest, it's kind of MMO shooter. Like main idea was also if you're building the game and want to build the games, of course you need to do some due diligence about the market statistic, market research, and basically every second gamers play action adventures or shooter game. So these were the main statistic, but also forced us to develop the game, which have potential for the huge audience. Because like if you're building a game in Unreal Engine 5 with the latest technology, there is some minimum requirements for the PCs and everything. So you need to really focus also with the genre and to make the genre which is really easy to understand and really easy to onboard for the players. And you have on top of it, you have blockchain, NFTs. So like there is huge stigma for the Web2 gamers to Web3 gamers. So still we are looking for something what can be really fun, what can be really easy to onboard potential of the millions players from the Web2. And that's why the shooter genre was really make sense for us. We are also heavily into the Counter-Strike, Valorant, and all of the stuff before. So shooting was really like something what makes sense for us. But in the end, we realized that shooting is too small. Like to make deathmatch, team deathmatch, or some kind of levels, it's nothing unique. We want to create something what can really set up the new standards of the gaming, set up the new level for the game mechanics, to really not just follow the trends and create another Valorant but with NFTs, or another Apex or Overwatch with NFTs, but really to create something unique. So we are developing the persistent open world. So the whole vision for the Citizen Conflict is a massive multiplayer online shooter, third-person/first-person shooter, and basically the whole inspiration, we got various benchmark from the Call of Duty, Apex, Overwatch, but mostly we got inspiration from the Planet side. And Planet side, I'm not sure if you know the Planet side.
Oh yeah, I grew up playing Planet side. That was like 20 years ago for me.
So amazing. It's looking as a shit, but it's so amazing. It's 13 years old game, and we are looking for something what has really great potential for the long retention for the gamers. 13 years old game, huge open world, you got the free fractions, so basically you spawn all the time, you have no waiting, you just download the game and you can play instantly for a fraction. So the Citizen Conflict final vision is literally massive multiplayer online shooter game where you have basically two modes. One is competitive for the potential esport like Conquest, like Team Deathmatch, and then you got the main mode which is called Syndicate War. And Syndicate War is one huge open world, persistent open world where you have three syndicates, QORPO, Midnight, and Hangatras, and you can join anytime, you can play, you can conquest, you can do RPG elements, level up the characters and everything. So we really want to split the game for the Syndicate War and for the competitive games.
Got it. Yeah, that's exciting. I mean, as I said, like I grew up playing this. I don't know why my dad allowed me to play, but I was like 8 years old probably when I was playing with him. I think it's a really fun idea to just have these different tribes that are battling constantly on the map and getting to take over. So I'm curious then. I know the alpha right now, we don't have the Syndicate War. Is that just because it takes longer to develop and build out? What's the kind of the timeline between the current alpha we have now and having that open MMO Syndicate War?
Basically, the next alpha will be end of quarter 1 or early quarter 2, and for the next alpha there will be conquest mode with some RPG elements, experience, and basically, and the Syndicate War is basically the one huge conquest with RPG elements. So we really heavily developed the conquest mode, and so for the end of the quarter 1 we will have the conquest mode with some achievements like headshot, kill streak, you can level up, you can do some objective. And my target, like what I'm pushing really hard to develop the whole city, it will be not like Planet side. Planet side is 60 kilometers square, but you have like maybe 45, 50 kilometers, you have nothing. You have just environment, you have just landscapes, and then you got some sci-fi objective, and between that objective there is nothing. There is just a landscape. We are building the city. the cyberpunk inspired city. The city is inspired and like city is called Ether Island, and this Ether Island is split for 10 districts. So we have District 10, District 9, 8, and District 1. Each district is really part of the city, and it's not like free space or landscape. There is a military, oil refinery, there are the vehicles, all of the stuff. My really target for fully launch of Syndicate Wars, like version 1, let's say, it's end of the year, quarter 4, before the Christmas. This is like our idea and our ambitions to deliver the Syndicate War before the Christmas. Of course, Syndicate War will be launched before, maybe quarter 2, quarter 3, but definitely not the full city, because the full city is ongoing develop. I will be really glad if we can deliver the Ether Island, all of 10 districts by end of the 2023.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. So I'll definitely be tracking that progress and hoping to jump in there and get my hands dirty and start playing as well. So walk me through then, what kind of gamer do you think this is specifically targeting? What is your market? Is it players specifically that, like me, who grew up playing PlanetSide, or do you think you're also going to be able to attract players who are maybe more familiar with Overwatch or Apex Legends, those types of games? What's your market? What's your target here?
That's a good question. Like, you're always testing the players and the commercial, but to really start targeting what we realize is that if you want to start targeting Web 2 gamers, like heavy Web 2 gamers, like from the Apex, Overwatch, or PlanetSide, your game need to be on much higher quality level as the current game. Because when they realize there is NFTs, so like there is really huge stigma for the real gamers. So we are now working and really heavily focusing on the game itself, mechanics, everything, testing all of the small campaigns with Web3 gamers. We know that in Web3 there is literally 500k, 600k, daily active users is literally nothing. So we are testing. We are really on the Web3. You need to be top, like the game mechanics, everything. And then if you are top in the Web3, you can start targeting Web2, because there is really heavily hard competitives, and we want to be sure that animation, we are doing completely new set of animation, we are doing new rework of the characters, we are doing everything, we are doing everything to be sure that the game is on the same or bigger level as Apex and Overwatch. So then, and after we will be sure that the game is on the same level, on the bigger, we will be start targeting this kind of users, exactly what you mentioned, like Apex, Overwatch, PlanetSide, but also like we are start negotiation with different esport teams, because like main idea is for the esport. We have a strategic partnership with biggest esport organization in the Central Europe. They coordinate and organize the tournaments from the Poland, Czech Republic and Slovakia, and the main idea is cooperate with them, do some free characters drop or virtual asset drops. We don't claim it NFTs because they will never test it out. So doing the different campaigns with esport players and organize own esport tournament in the Central Europe to really start targeting also the local players and get traction for the local Twitch streamer content creators and everything.
Yeah, I think that's a really good strategy. I think, as you said, obviously we all know that gamers right now, for the most majority, are against NFTs, or maybe don't have a quite an understanding yet, or they're not used to it. And so there's definitely this difficulty of trying to bring those players in. And I think getting that gameplay down, like you said, if the game is interesting itself, players will jump in, which I think that's a great strategy. I'm curious though, obviously we covered the alpha and the gameplay review, and this is a very, very early stage. So obviously, you guys aren't at the quality level as an Overwatch or a Fortnite or something like that, because you guys are so early. So what does it take to reach that level, or even surpass those levels of those Overwatches, those big giants that have, lots of developers, lots of money? Is it just time? Is it you guys need more resources? What are you guys doing as a team to achieve that level?
In my perspective, I'm doing it from the very beginning, is to find right people to the team. Recruitment. Every single top level artist, environment, animator will really put the like new challenges, new levels, new potential for us, and get a lot of experience. So what we are doing, we are constantly hiring like all the time to find really AAA quality guys, but it's really hard to to find also with the salary like reach to we have, like there is completely different salary structures in Central Europe compared to USA market. So this is really competitive also to find guys from the AAA experience and then to be still on the budget. So we are constantly hiring. That's the first primary focus. Then of course all of these games like Overwatch, Apex, everything. So like the more major like stuff is really the movements, the animation, how they blending, and the gameplay. So this is what we are focusing mostly. That's why we have the various playtests. Is everything. We want to be sure that the gameplay and movement is on the top level, especially in the third person. When you see all the characters, you will see the legs and everything. So for us, this is like the biggest challenge. To create own animation blind spaces and own animation system, which help us to create a faster animation, really blended, and then this is the really challenging. For the environment, game mechanic, RPG elements, it's not the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is really to find the people here and for the structures we have, and then the focus on the animation and all of this aspect.
Does it make it harder to recruit at all being an NFT game or a Web3 game? Do you face this trouble of, hey, we like your talent, we want to hire you, and they just say, no, I'm not interested in joining an NFT game? Do you get that response?
To be honest, we are super glad that we had in 2019, 2020 maybe. This time it's completely different. Once we realized the first alpha, updating the website, bring the really AAA guys to the team from the experience, and it's really helped us. And now, to be honest, they really love what we are doing, and we have like two requirements. One is the quality, and one is the passion for the games and passion what they are doing for it's really I'm really heavily working person. I'm working, I don't know, 12 14 hours per day, and
wow.
and if somebody is here in the team, they need to be on the same level. So I think that thanks to that team and thanks to that passion, we are able to deliver AA, AAA quality with so much lower budget.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you guys, excited to hear about the team, this passion, this vision that you guys got. So I feel like we got a good overview. So maybe let's jump into the smaller details here and just learn more about Citizen Conflict. I was really curious as we were doing this review, one of the things that your slogan that kept popping up, hitting me in the face, it says, the real you is not enough. So I thought that was interesting and kind of funny, and also like, it's kind of offensive, you know, the real me isn't enough. So tell me more about this. Why is this the slogan of Citizen Conflict?
Yeah, there was like two main factors behind it. The first one that like basically everything is shifting to digital. Everything is, and people spend much more time in online life, like in the real life. So that's why we realize, okay, so really is not enough, because the majority of the people really shift to the digital, to Facebook, Instagram, or social, Twitter, whatever, and playing the Fortnite, play all of the metaverse games. So really the social interaction, how we know it in the past, is really shifting to the digital. So that's why we realized, okay, really is not enough. And then it was also kind of competitive factor for the players that, okay, so if you can beat me in the sport here, so let's beat me in the online game. So it was like two factors there. And yeah, we really like that slogan.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I thought it's funny. I thought the trailer with it was really cool as well. Another interesting thing that stood out to me is you guys have been talking about accounts being NFTs as well. Not just, you know, a lot of games have done the weapons are NFTs or the skins are NFTs. How does an account as an NFT work? What does that mean to you guys? Like, one of the things that I thought about is if we're trading and selling and buying accounts, like, for instance, does stats transfer to that? Can I just buy an account and pretend like I'm the best player because I bought the account that, you know, was at the top? How does that work?
This was like one of my main focus for the business logic, to really onboard Web2 users and don't bother them with the blockchain, but also open and educate them with all of the Web3 potential. So basically, what is our approach? If you came to our game, download the game, you can completely play the game free to play. So you don't have any crypto, you don't have any knowledge about crypto, you don't care about blockchain, you just want to play the game. Once you start playing the game, you have some achievements, you unlock the characters, and you get the characters inside the QORPO ID. The characters is virtual asset. It's not NFT. So what you can do in the QORPO ID, you can see that there is a tag that it's virtual asset. So I can simply drag and drop and mint it. But for the mint, you need to have the cryptocurrency first. So I don't know how to use the crypto. I don't know. I don't want to deposit nothing. I just want to sell the virtual asset. So what I'm doing, I can sell the virtual asset, and basically the other person, like the buyer, in when the sale is happening, what we are doing, the buyer will pay also the additional transaction fee for the minting. So basically what is happening on the backend, virtual asset is first mint as NFTs, and then buyer receive the NFT. So no more virtual asset. So basically you can sell the virtual asset and get your first crypto without any deposit, without knowledge. So basically what happened right now, the Web2 users was converted as Web3 users. So this is the first part. And once the Web2 users start understanding that, okay, I can really monetize my gaming experience, I can sell something and get crypto, which has a huge liquidity. So I really start learning more about, okay, how to deposit, how to withdraw, how to use MetaMask, because if it's on the QORPO ID, it's on the custody wallet. So we have the working on the custody solution, also SDK wallet as a custody solution. So it's on the custody wallet for the user itself. And he then start learning that, okay, so it's not safe. I want to withdraw, so I can connect my MetaMask, I can connect my wallet login and easily. So the first step is really make simple onboarding for the Web2 users. And unlock the Web3 monetization layer. Then, if anything you want inside the game is virtual asset. Anything, even if you are from the Web3 space, you win something, it's virtual asset. You can decide if you want to mint it, or you can use it as a virtual asset. If it's virtual asset, you can rent it, you can withdraw it, you can just play with them. If it's NFT, you can rent it to the smart contract, and any other players can use it inside the game, or you can withdraw it, or you can sell it as an NFT. If you have virtual asset, you can just sell it on the marketplace, on our marketplace. If it's NFTs, you can sell it on every single third-party marketplace. So, and as you mentioned, yes, we got like cosmetics, weapons, characters. So basically characters is NFTs, and you got some levels on smart contract. Okay, I got a hero which has one level, attributes, attack, speed, whatever, and I play game. And in a game, I upgrade my levels, I upgrade my attributes, whatever, and I need to mint. I need to mint it on the smart contract. So we got various smart contracts for the NFTs, for the upgrade, for the sale, and stuff like that. We really want to make the process simply for the Web2 users, and for the Web3 there is always option to be fully decentralized. They can hold it as NFT, they can log into smart contract and enjoy it inside the game, but there is always option, Web2 or Web3.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I think that's what our goal here at Balthazar is as well, to really onboard those Web2 gamers. And it sounds like you guys almost have this spectrum where, a gamer could come in and just ignore the NFTs and all the crypto stuff and just play the game. And then slowly over time, they can kind of integrate. Is that true? Or is your goal always to push those people towards learning about NFTs and crypto?
Not at all. Focus is for the gamers, and we think about the blockchain and all of this Web3 as you got the Visa, you got the Mastercard, and you got the Web3. So it's really payment option. You don't have to force players for that. They want to play the game. We in the Web3 space should really focus on the game mechanics and game visuals, and really attract the players for the game itself, not for play to earn, not for NFTs, not doing commercial or acquire user. Okay, we are the best NFT blockchain game, metaverse, whatever. I'm really sick of all of the metaverse buzzwords and everything. Sure. It's getting crazy here. Now we got a new age of the AI game modes, AI open world metaverse. That's crazy.
Yeah, I always think it's funny when a game is like, hey, we're building 2 different games, so we're a metaverse now. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Is that the definition of a metaverse? Is that the bar? You just have to build 2 different games that work together? I don't know.
Yeah, basically, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is that I've seen a lot of games have that same approach of like, hey, we want to onboard Web2, we want to make it super simple, but their goal is always to push them towards the Web3. And part of that, I think, is because a lot of the revenue plans is the NFT trading. If they're taking a 5% fee on marketplace sales or NFT trades, then that's how they're making some of their revenue. So if you guys aren't too concerned about pushing them to the NFTs or crypto necessarily, are there other ways you're making revenue from just a typical Web2 gamer that's going to come in and not interact with those NFTs at all?
Yeah, like in used to, where I spend most money in the Web 2 is the battle passes, is the cosmetics. I want looks cool. I want have the superhero, super rare hero. And this is where the money comes from the major of the company in the Web 2 space. And we have like same focus. Like we want to attract players for the battle passes, for the seasons, and really create some unique hero per season. There will be for the first ever opening season 1, there will be special characters like the Order are the like one of the syndicate which is not playable. It's like one of the main bad heroes in the game, and this hero will be as a main character in the season 1. And this is the best part of the NFTs, and this is the part where majority of the Web3 game should focus on, is the rarity and transparency on chain. So it's mean in our games that there will be season 1. You can unlock the Order hero, the main hero, the main bad hero as a playable characters, but only who will own the battle pass from the season 1. And if you unlock them after the end of the season, we will calculate how many heroes there was like unlocked, and we can mint it on chain, and there is the final amount of the heroes, no other. And in the long term, I'm not talking this about as a financial or speculation aspect, but in the long term it could have really value because the hero will be super rare. And it's the same like with Pokemon, you know, like this is one of my favorite gaming franchise ever. I'm a huge fan of the Pokemon. I'm huge, and for me like this is the really great use case for the blockchain NFTs.
Yeah, I think Fortnite is just a great example of that. You know, I played maybe, season 1, season 2, and then I took 10 years off. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this game, moving on. I had my League of Legends days. And then I had a friend invite me back on to play that started in season, whatever, like 7 or 8. And all of a sudden, you know, I'm doing emotes like the L and stuff, the L dance. And he's like, what, you have this? Like, come on. Like, I wish I could just like, you know, buy your account. You don't even play anymore, right? I think those types of things just naturally get value over time because you can't access that anymore. You can't earn those emotes and skins back from that early season. But as a player, you know, I don't play anymore. So I don't really care if I have that emote, right? Like, what am I going to do with that? You know, it just doesn't make any sense that I can't do anything with that, right? So,
that's true.
So, I got a quick side topic. What is your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon?
Oh, yeah.
From the golden version of it was like, I don't know why, but it was Pikachu. But what I was super angry that he was so small and I can evolve as a Raichu. In the yellow version of the Game Boy, it wasn't possible. I can find the electric stone, whatever. So I wasn't able to evolve him as a Raichu.
Oh.
So then I was getting like a lot of Bulbasaur, Charizard, or Squirtle, Blastoise, and all of this basic startup from that was crazy. And of course, then there was a Lugia from the first season. Like that was like crazy. There is many. To be honest, there is many. From the newest one, I read that there is already more than 1,000 Pokemons. 1,008 that's crazy. My favorite was first 150. First 150,
Same.
I was in love.
Same. I was a big Scyther fan. I can't even tell you why.
I love him. Cool. In the Safari, you catch him in the Safari. Yeah, it was my favorite. Also, it was really good, but he was weak. I like him, but
he looked cool. That's all that really mattered, right?
And Machamp, Machoki, and these guys. That's
awesome. Yeah, I love just hearing people's fun, passionate little stories about gaming. I do want to go back to the Battle Pass, though. You guys call it the Citizen Pass. Is anyone able to come in and just buy it with fiat, buy with a credit card, or do they need to know some crypto, you know, depositor knowledge first to go get that pass?
No. We integrate the Binance Connect because we are building on the Binance, and I really believe that Binance Connect will have various options and will be good for the user onboarding. So basically for the Binance Connect, you can use the Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit card, and you can buy crypto directly. You can buy asset directly on the marketplace. So and of course, once the game will be on the Epic stores, there will be also instantly purchased from the Epic store itself. So definitely not. We want to be sure that there will be really seamless onboarding for the users. Credit card, crypto, whatever they want.
Great. Yeah, it sounds like you guys got some great strategies for onboarding Web2 gamers. That's always a thumbs up for us. I want to shift the topic a little bit, though, and talk about why you're passionate about Web3 specifically, because I've seen some response from Web2 gamers like, hey, gaming ownership, that's great, but why do we need blockchain from it? And they'll point to things like, hey, Diablo 3, they did the whole marketplace thing without NFTs, and, that went for a while until players said, hey, we don't want this, auction house. Or they'll point to CSGO, hey, you can go sell your CSGO skins on the Steam marketplace, right? So what is it for you guys? Why do it in this Web3 NFT crypto way instead of some of these other options that games have tried to use for asset ownership?
Yeah, like it's another like financial layer. So basically, it's as I mentioned, you got the Visa, you got Mastercard, you got the blockchain. So there are huge investors, they are players, they are money involved. So why to don't get them accept to spend? Because this is what we all want, adoption for the cryptocurrency. So for us is also to push the whole industry to bring the Web2 quality game and bring the more adoption, because like what I believe personally that the gaming will be next leader if the user adoption, user onboarding. This is the next big thing. Maybe we got some issue with Gamify, play to earn. It was some kind of experiment which doesn't work, but still. Who from Web2 will come and use DeFi? Nobody. No chance. There is that's crazy. So gaming is the one, but they need to be games first. So for me personally, why blockchain is really, I believe for the crypto, I believe for the decentralization financial, I believe for the Bitcoin, Ethereum. So I want to help for adoption. So that's why we are creating game where you can spend your crypto, when you can earn something in form of crypto. This is the front. And of course for me, because I'm a huge fan of Pokemon, the collectibles and NFTs are the perfect use case for the blockchain. Of course, you can own and sell a CSGO skin on the other markets or the market of CSGO, but still you can own it. You don't own it. There is some discussion. Okay, so if I own some NFTs and the game will shut down, so I still don't what I can do with it, but still that potential of the ownership that you can lock it inside other wallet in your Trezor, like for example Paul Logan, they have the Charizard or whatever card on the neck and it was worth 4 million and you can have it as a digital version that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great explanation. How would you walk through someone who's a Web2 gamer coming into your game and you guys have this token CCash? How would you introduce that to them of, hey, what is this crypto token? Why would they want to have it?
Yeah, we really want that CCash is the game studio token. Like, what we learned from the past experience of the Axie Infinity, like an other game before, which leading the Gamify and play to earn models, was that there shouldn't be token per game. There should be token per the developer, because you should be super lucky if you find another Counter-Strike, another Pokemon, like the really successful franchise, when the game really lead the whole brand and everything. But there is still bigger potential for the investors and the players if they hold portion of the studio, or if they hold the token, which okay, it's much lower risk if there is many games coming out, if there is many products. So the use case and the acquisition of the players is much better chance for me to succeed, and the token will grow in the long term. So we want really that CyberCash will represent the gaming studio, and the way how is implemented in every single game is pretty simple. If you hold the token, you can lock it and you can get access to every single game with different discount, like amount of token you lock, the different percentage discount or unlocking you get. So basically it's like one-way ticket to every single game ecosystem. You got the discount to battle passes, you got the skin drop, you got the discount for the marketplace fees, whatever new game will coming out. Like for example, in the animated game, we got like in Pokemon, you got the free starting Pokemons you can choose from the starting pack, but if you hold the token, you can get a psychic one. So basically, I was in love with psychic Pokemons like Jinx and Kadabra and all the stuff, and it was an option on the very beginning. So if you hold the token, you can get the super rare from the very opening. So various in-game rewards, and for the investors, because we won't also split players and investors. For the players, if you want to hold the token, lock the amount and get discount, skin, blah, 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 what I was talking about. But if you are investors, if you hold the token, estate the token, you can get portion of the revenue from the company. So if there is a revenue from the primary sale, secondary sale, royalties from the NFTs, everything, what we are doing, all of this marketplace, the transaction is happening in the Binance token, and in the game is happening in the BUSD token. So we will be transparently building the treasury. From the treasury, we will be buy back the token from the circulation, and then we will be giving it back to the investors in form of this token, or we will be doing the constantly burning of the token, similar what is doing the Binance token itself. So there is various stream. If you are players, lock it and play and get super skins, super characters, or lock it and get some rewards from the whole studio.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. So what you're saying is, you know, for example, instead of saying, hey, you have a token in just League of Legends, right? No, you're actually taking a part of all what Riot Games is doing across Valorant, TFT, League of Legends, exactly. All these things they're building. That's cool. Well, because you just mentioned that all QORPO is doing, I know we talked a lot about citizen conflict. Tell me what else has got, what has QORPO got going on? What has it got up its sleeve? Can you give us any sneak peeks or teases here? Or is a lot of the stuff that you guys are else working on, is that under wraps?
Yeah, basically the main idea is like the ecosystem include the QORPO ID, which is SDK wallet, and the QORPO marketplace. That's a input and output for the gamers. But to really attract the gamers, you need to build a game. So our main focus and development focus is for our modular gaming framework, and this modular gaming framework is showcasing in our game Citizen Conflict and Animate. You know, the major focus is on the citizen conflict, but I really can't wait to start showing and leaking the Animate. New website coming, trailer is ongoing, and I'm pretty exciting because, like, as I mentioned, the citizen conflict is pretty open development. We're building the community, the sharing daily updates a lot. And for the Animate, you can really expect the really new way of the Battle Royale, to be honest. It will be super cool.
That's great. That's great. Have you fully released what Animate is going to be? Like what kind of genre and game is, or is that still kind of hidden?
Nothing is yet done. The new website, everything coming, and it will be super cool. We want to be sure that I don't want to be too ambitious, but maybe we will be even sooner live like Illuvium. It will be pretty funny.
Okay, all right. So you're not going to leak all the special info here on the interview. we'll have to wait.
But I can leak that the new website is coming, and there will be everything, and you can see the characters, you can see the quality, and imagine Fortnite and Illuvium together. Fortnite game mode and Illuvium creatures. So
interesting. Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around that. It sounds really cool and unique. I'm excited to see some of the announcements. That's cool. Well, I want to. As we start to wrap up here today, I know we talked about the team a little bit earlier here, but one of the things that I thought was just hilarious is I watched your guys' team interview and used that for some of the video stuff that we used. I want to know, is that video, you know, is that the actual culture of the team? Is this kind of fun, goofy, like let's joke around about it, or is that just for the video?
No, it's completely. It was like basically it was the David, our CMO idea. He is really great and creative guys from this. And basically, this is exactly how it is. We want to show that this can be really fun to work here because, like, you know, sometimes you are mad for the people. You are talking that you are idiots and fuck you and all of this bullshit. But it's because we all or want it so much. So I'm really glad that we have this kind of culture in the company. And really, when I started the company. When I started building the team, my main motto was that if you have any problem, just speak. Don't be quiet. Don't be like doing all of the bullshits in around. Let's talk. And I'm pretty glad that we have the team when we are so open. We should record someday. We should record our meeting day. It will be crazy.
I bet it would be. That would be awesome. I really appreciate that because I think one of the struggles that we've had in Web3 gaming, right, is that a lot of teams are anonymous or they don't really show who they are. Because maybe they'll list the whole picture. And it's like, you guys are like, no, here's who we are. We have this personality. And let's show you a little bit behind the scenes of the team. I think that's actually a really key thing that you guys are doing there.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm really appreciate it. The team is like, the value is not only in the users, games, and investments and funds, but our main value is in our team. So that's why I have to admit that we are really great culture, like doing the team buildings, all of the stuff. Like every month we are going for some event, like a team, doing a lot of conferences, and they really want and learn and educate yourself like crazy. So I'm really glad of my team.
Awesome. Well, it's been great having you on, Ross. I just want to give you one last chance here. Anything else that you wanted to share or tease or excite us for either Citizen Conflict or QORPO? What do you guys got coming up here soon?
Yeah, we want to just to clarify that all of our games will be free to play. No need to know anything about the blockchain, NFTs. There is like really seamless ecosystem, so we can't wait to join our QORPO ID, log in, download the game, and give us feedback as much as possible, even if it's the critical one. Especially that critical one, because thanks to them we are growing. So I'm really glad that we have so amazing community, and just join us and test the game, and yeah, let's build Web3 gaming together.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Ross. We'll see you next time, and good luck to you and the team.
Good luck, man. Bye.
Well, thank you, Ross, for taking the time to come and tell us more about Citizen Conflict. And thank you, Rastislav, all for tuning in. Don't forget to check out Balthazar's other content and resources. And we are now also opening up a new Discord where you can talk about Web3 gaming. So if you want to get into it, it's currently closed, but send us a DM on Twitter and we will get you hooked up with an OG role. Thank you all again, and we'll see you next time.